From Columbia, in high definition, this is WIS News 10 Awareness.
Thank you for joining us for Awareness. I'm your host, Megan Norman. With a rich history dating back to 1897, Voorhees College has a motto of changing minds and changing lives. Voorhees is a historically black college that focuses on traditions, but also on giving graduates what they need to succeed in an ever-changing global society. This week, a United Negro College Fund luncheon is also trying to help students succeed. Dr. Cleveland Sellers, the president of Voorhees, has more. Dr. Sellers, you were with us back in February for Black History Month, and now you're back again. Let's talk a little bit about Voorhees' mission.
Okay, Voorhees College mission grows out of the existence of most of the HBCU, historically black colleges and universities, and that was after the end of the Civil War. Many colleges came on, schools came on to the scene because there was a need to provide education for newly freed slaves. We might remember that even the state of South Carolina had a law against educating blacks. So the only way they could, in fact, get an education at that time was to build a school themselves. And when you think about the history of Voorhees, for an example, a 23-year-old black woman in 1897 founded Voorhees College. She was a graduate of Tuskegee Institute and was the prodigy of Booker T. Washington, and her mission was to go out and create additional educational opportunities for African Americans. And so she came to South Carolina with that mission in mind, and she was able to start Voorhees. The idea is that now we are beginning to see people who raise the question about the relevancy of HBCUs, and we haven't, I think, done as much as we need to talk about the fact that the need is still there to have an institution that will prepare students who may be coming from a failing school or maybe first-generation college, who need that opportunity to get an education so they can become productive citizens. And that has a very natural impact on the economy.
Well, let me interrupt you for one moment.
Yes.
You talk about the need. Retention tends to be an issue when we talk about historically black colleges and universities. How are you addressing that issue? Well,
we have the same responsibilities and the same criteria as every other college and universities. Most of the, if not all that we know of right now, colleges and universities, HBCUs, are sanctioned by an accrediting agency that in fact says that we are in fact doing work and concentrating in those areas of retention, graduation rate, affordability, and all those kinds of issues that we have had in the past. But it was the HBCU developed a model in which they can actually provide the kind of educational opportunities for young African Americans who come from the failing schools, who are first generation college, and we have developed a successful model in actually in 4 to 6 years, preparing these young people to receive and qualify for a baccalaureate degree in whatever major that they might be interested in. So we work on retention. We work on trying to get students in the schools. And there has always been an opposition to the HBCUs, and now we see some of that coming back up again about the relevancy. And if you look at the data and statistics, you find that when you talk about attorneys, for an example, many of them were graduates of HBCUs, school teachers. Many of them were graduates of HBCUs. So we do the job. We do the job, and it is an affordable educational opportunity. And we are successful in creating graduates. Now, we had, I think, 3% of the colleges and universities, and we still graduate about 25% of African Americans. So that's a significant thing. Plus, we have, we think, the model that can actually produce graduates, keep students in school, retain them, and motivate them. But you have to understand that when students come who don't have any idea about what college is, it takes them a little while to get motivated and figure out what it is that they are doing.
Well, one component you brought up also was affordability,
Yes.
making sure students can afford to attend this college that has a very, very rich history.
Yes.
So talk about the luncheon that's coming up this week.
Okay, we know that we have to have resources. The cost of college and the cost of everything is going up on a regular basis. HBCUs were underfunded when they first came about, and we are tuition driven, which simply means that we have to get students in order to cover the costs for the education. Right. And now we are moving in a direction, I think, where we take that most seriously. We're getting more alumni involved. We are getting more corporate folk involved in providing assistance to us. External resources is what we need. On October 22nd, Wednesday, we're having the UNCF, which is the agency that fund and help raise monies for all of the private.
United Negro College Fund.
United Negro College Fund, the privates. We're having a United Negro College Fund corporate and community luncheon. And we have your own, Vaughn Gaskin, the meteorologist, as our moderator. And we are very excited about this because we are doing what we can to spread that base in terms of getting the kinds of monies we need for us to continue to operate and be successful in educating all those students who want to come to a private institution to get the quality education that we provide.
All right, Dr. Sellers, thank you for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
And we will have ticket information and more information on the luncheon coming up on Wednesday on our Facebook page. The luncheon is this Wednesday, October 22nd at Voorhees College in the Massachusetts Hall Auditorium. Tickets are $25. For more information and questions about sponsorship, call the number you see on your screen. And again, all this information will be posted to our Awareness Facebook page. When Awareness returns, empowering the community to get healthy, some of the benefits of healthy living and how you can make a change. Welcome back to Awareness. Medical professionals usually recommend being proactive with your health. Eat the right foods, exercise, practice moderation, quit smoking, just a few tips we've all heard before. But making healthy lifestyle changes can be hard. The 13th Annual Health Ministry Empowerment Tour is making its final stop this upcoming weekend in Hopkins. It's designed to give you some ideas for making a change and maintaining it. Joining me now is Helen Taylor Bradley, chairperson of the Hopkins Steering Committee for the Health Ministry Empowerment Tour, and Kawan Fitch, the keynote speaker for the event. Thank you, ladies, for being with me this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Now, Helen, how did this empowerment tour get started? This is its 13th year.
Yeah, some 13 years ago, Miss Wendy Brawley, who started Amar Magazine, came up with a vision, and her vision was to empower women of color at the time. And we thought, and I came on as a volunteer and had been volunteering with her ever since. She wanted to get the information to the community. And we knew that in some of the communities in the counties that the individuals would not be able to come to where we were, so we decided to take it to them.
To go right to them.
To go right to them.
And it seems like this is a real holistic tour. I mean, you're talking about healthy lifestyles and different habits, but you're also talking about how to stay in your home.
Yes.
For example.
Yeah, for instance, we have one of our workshops that's going to be talking about the $300 million that the state of South Carolina received to help individuals that were in a financial bind to stay in their homes. And if we don't use that money, then we lose it. It goes back to the federal government. So we stress,
don't want that to happen.
We don't want that to happen. So we're stressing that, you know, they go, and if you need the help, don't be embarrassed, because some people say, everybody's going to know my business if I go do that. Well, guess what? If a foreclosure sign goes up in your yard, everybody will know your business.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, Kawan, you are the keynote speaker, from what I've heard, a very popular speaker at this event. What are you telling these women? How are you helping to empower them?
Well, I guess my main mission is about empowering women, and my new motto is finding hope in the struggle. Finding hope in your personal struggles, and also because the motto of this empowerment tour is loving me from inside out, is also that when you have your own personal challenges and there are different things that happen with family and finances and so on, you still have to love you and enjoy your journey. This is whatever your path is, and when you get to where you're going, you will be able to reap some of those benefits, but enjoy your journey, and that's really the main message.
Now, this has been pegged as a no-nonsense message that you're going to be delivering, so you're giving it to us straight. But tell us a little bit about your background and how that is helping in your message.
Well, I'm a transplant baby from New Jersey, grew up in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I've only been in South Carolina for 4 years. I had maybe 2 first cousins here, and that's it. And the first time I ever stepped foot in Columbia was when I moved here. So the challenges of getting to, just from learning how to get your kids in school to all the resources I'm used to having in terms of family, friends, and all social services were not at my disposal like I had before. And just being able to kind of navigate that system, find work, find a network of people and other women around me, and was able to do it. So the message really is that also my son, my older son, who is now 22, getting ready to go in the Marines, he was one of the main reasons why I decided to move from New Jersey here. And I've been able to kind of navigate and find some resources for him to kind of keep him to be a young black man who has a valid license, who's never been to jail, and has a high school diploma. So it's really an awesome thing to kind of see where we are now. And the struggle continues. You know, it's not easy. It's a struggle on a daily basis.
A lot of hard work is involved in this.
A lot of hard work, but you can't give up on your dreams. You can't give up on the other things that make you who you are.
Right. Now, Helen, are you finding that women, and again, this tour really targets women, are you finding that these women are receptive to the messages that are being presented to them, all the health screenings that are being offered?
Yeah, they truly and thoroughly enjoy it. Some of them come from other stops, like we have people that was in Newberry, and they're registering for for the Hopkins site, and we have people that were in the Moncks Corner. And some people didn't get to go to the Moncks Corner. They're coming to Hopkins. So it's been a wonderful thing over the years, and people, when they leave, it's just they've had a day of fun and excitement. They're just elated.
And some education as well.
And education as well.
And why is this so needed in the community? Obviously, you've been doing it for more than a decade now, so there is a need. What is that need?
Well, the need is there because individuals, sometimes they need that extra push, and they get that there when they come. The presenters have been extremely extraordinary when they come, and they take the time with them and they ask questions. If they need to stay over a little bit, they do. But for the most part, we get there, we start on time, we leave on time. So you have time left in your day to do whatever you want to do.
And so some of the workshops, you obviously have the health screenings, you have healthy eating can taste great, ask the doctor, age ain't nothing but a number, how to stay in your home, getting help to do that. It's new and you need to know, alcohol, youth, and drug trends. So a lot of different seminars and workshops to reach the masses.
Right, we even have Zumba to start off our session.
Great, and you have a heart-healthy lunch as well for
we
women.
do. We will have a heart-healthy lunch. And our chef there at St. John Holistic Center will be preparing that meal, and he's an excellent chef. So I'm sure they'll be coming back to join us on Sundays for our brunch.
Great. Well, Helen Kawan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Still to come on Awareness, another event this weekend designed to inspire you to be your best and network with others. More on the Sister Summit coming up after the break. Finding the right way to network and get exposure for the entrepreneurs. Sister Summit is a way to connect with the community and with empowering seminars, vendors, and so much more. Joining us now is Deanna Smith, founder of Sister Summit, and Lois Prince, the Career Services Coordinator at Centura College. Thank you, ladies, for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Now, how did this idea come to be for you?
Sister Summit started when I was in Charleston. We're based in Charleston, South Carolina, and I was a magazine publisher. And most of my readers, of course, were women. So I wanted a way to connect with my readers, and I started a sister circle which was just a monthly meeting for women. And I quickly discovered that we needed a sister summit. Most of them were entrepreneurs and wanted to get exposure for their businesses. So Sister Summit was birthed from there.
Or figure out how to get started.
Exactly.
And I'm sure there were so many questions in your group.
Exactly right. Another reason was that I would attend as an entrepreneur a lot of conferences and meetings around town, and I would find that I was one of the few women of color in the room. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if other sisters could experience this information and gain from the knowledge?
So then 2011 you started in Charleston, and
Yes.
this is the first year that you're having your summit here in Columbia.
It is. We are so excited about being in Columbia. It's a great market for us. The response from the community has been tremendous, and we just want to bring our flair and our flavor to the Columbia area.
Well, part of that great response has been some of your sponsors, and Centura College, one of them. Now,
Yes.
Lois, why was this a good fit for you?
Well, it gives us the opportunity to be out in the community that we serve, and also gives us an opportunity to show the programs that we offer at Centura College, such as our HVAC program, our medical billing and coding, our medical assistant program, and our building maintenance and repair program.
Now, is this the first time you've partnered with Sister Summit?
Yes, it is, and we look forward to doing it again. We find it indeed a pleasure to be a part of this summit that's coming up.
Now, from what I understand, you're also going to be offering some health screenings during the summit?
We are. Blue Cross Blue Shield has been so generous. They're, of course, another one of our sponsors. And so they'll be doing health screenings in their health village. We'll also have some screenings provided by Palmetto Health. So women can come in and get all sorts of BMI and blood pressure and cholesterol checked throughout the day.
And tell us about some of the seminars you're going to have there to help empower women as well.
You know, the main part about Sister Summit, the main thing is empowerment. And we tout a lot of fun with the entertainment and shopping with the vendors, but the main purpose really is the seminars and empowerment. We have Ashley Brooker, a certified financial planner, who will be doing a seminar called Miss Independent, which I love the name, talking about how to get your personal finances in order. We also have TQ Davis from Palmetto Health talking about fitness and health and how you need that little boost to lose the extra 10 pounds. And then Lori Pelzer, who I know a lot of women in the Columbia area, they're familiar with her. She does outstanding work with women. She will be doing a seminar as well, also one of our sponsors, talking to the ladies about finding their purpose and passion.
And all of that really fits together. Finding your purpose and your passion.
It does.
Making the right investments for your business, getting healthy, all of it works together.
Oh yes, we have about 10 seminars for the day. They run all day, so women can pick and choose what they want to do, what they're interested in.
And do they have to register ahead of time?
They do not. They can purchase tickets to attend the expo on our website at sistersummit.com. But they don't have to pre-register. They can buy tickets at the door, and they can just walk into whatever session they're interested in.
And you also have some live entertainment that you're going to be providing.
Oh, yes, yes. Stellar Award winner Jay Moss will perform. We also have R&B diva star and actually Grammy nominee Selena Johnson, as well as Calvin Richardson. A lot of great talent on the stage. There's African dance classes and Zumba. Oh my goodness, line dancing, which we all like to wobble every once in a while.
Of course.
So it's going to be a fun, power-packed day. We're expecting a great crowd, and we want everybody in the community to come out.
Right, and to be a part of it.
Yes.
And you also have a nonprofit, is that correct? The Sister
We
Summit
do.
Foundation. And tell us a little bit about that.
Sister Summit Foundation evolved because we figured out that while the summit is great, we can't build and boost people up one day and then drop them and leave them for the rest of the year just to come back the next year. So the foundation provides programming throughout the year. We have things in entrepreneurs group, single mothers group, anything that helps to empower women, to build them into the leaders that we already are, and just to help shape that a bit. We want to make sure that we offer those things to the community. So the foundation was a necessary endeavor for us to expand on what we currently do.
Now, Lois, you have a certain clientele, obviously, that your college caters to, but how do you think some of these seminars, these workshops can help build the holistic student?
Well, I think it would empower them to, first of all, come back to school and enhance their lives by continuing their education and going forth with us being their first step in creating a new life for themselves. And I think by going through some of the seminars, that they're offering at the Sister Summit. It's just partnerships with some of the things that we have. Most women wouldn't even consider going into HVAC, but it's a very profitable business to venture into. That. It's our heating, air, and ventilation. And what it is consists of us hands-on training, students to come in and build with the heating, air, refrigeration. We teach them ducting and everything.
And I imagine there aren't many women usually who choose that
not
path.
at all. Not even building maintenance and repair.
Right.
I mean, they get the opportunity to come in and learn hands-on how to repair their own home and not have to outsource all the time. So it's very empowering to learn these types of trades. And to go into medical billing and coding is another interesting program to venture into, and medical assistant. You always need jobs in the hospital, so
of course,
this gives them the opportunity to explore those different avenues that we offer.
And it's great that you'll be a part of the summit, because now women from all over can network and relate to each other and hopefully find their own inspiration and motivation through all the seminars and all the programs that you're offering.
Exactly. That's what the day is about. It really is about women coming together. There are so many things that we have in common, and we want them to come together, find a new friend, maybe a new business partner, and leave feeling inspired and motivated.
Great. Well, thank you both for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with a final thought. It's important to find ways to support your community, whether it's through higher education, healthy living, or investing in someone's entrepreneurial spirit. When the focus is on the whole, no one individual succeeds, but others can be uplifted too, so the entire community can benefit and succeed together. We'd like to thank all of our guests this morning. Until next time, I'm Megan Norman. This is Awareness.